Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kyrus Has Friends, the show where I sit down with the people that matter to me the most, and those people are my friends. Before we get started today, if you are interested in following me, if whatever you want to do, if you want to follow me, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm not going to complain. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Vibe with Kai. You can also follow me on Snapchat and on TikTok at Kyrus Keenan. And if you want, you can go a step further and visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, where I'm always posting blogs and videos and reviews and things that'll help you do good, feel good, be good, and live a good life full of good vibes. But enough about me. Enough about me and my self-promotion. Enough about me and my weird stuff that I do in my spare time, promoting good vibes and positive energy. I got another positive person here today who is the CEO of Positivity, which is awesome. I'm sitting here with a friend that I met via the TikTok. And then we became Instagram friends, and now she can't get rid of me, even though she's tried. She's tried, and now she can't get rid of me, and now she's stuck with me as her friend. I'm sitting here with the lovely Melynnie Leavey. I said that right?
Yep.
Yes, I asked because you spell Melynnie different than most people.
I know. I get that a lot.
So I'm like, I want to make sure I say it right because it's spelled differently, and knowing how the world is today, it's probably said a different way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody thinks it's different, but no, it's just a different spelling.
It's just Melynnie. It's just Melynnie.
It's just Melynnie.
So you're seeing firsthand how my brain overthinks some things sometimes.
You know what? We all do it, so we all do it.
I'm sitting here with Melynnie. As I said, she's the CEO of Positivity. You are a mom of two. You are from Hawaii, but you now live in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
In Oregon. You have your mindfulness life coach certification. And you quite often, you spend a lot of your time just spreading good vibes, positivity, good energy, and working with people on that. So before we get into that, let me just check up on you. Pandemic world 2020.
Oh yeah.
How are you holding up?
Actually, 2020 has actually treated me quite well.
Same.
And I know it's been hard for a lot of people. For me personally, not a lot has changed. I was never in quarantine. I worked through the whole pandemic. So life's been pretty normal.
Yeah.
I got a chance to go back to Hawaii in July and see my family. Nice. So through that whole shutdown and craziness, did
the disease hit Hawaii as hard as it hit like the continental United States?
My understanding is no. However, they're pretty strict there, which is understandable. You know, they're a tourist state. So of course they don't want, everybody coming to the state and infecting everyone. So that makes complete sense. Their restrictions are quite strict. They are, but in terms of numbers, I believe their numbers are actually pretty low compared to other states.
Okay.
Their numbers have risen quite a lot in their standard for having a strict restriction, especially when it comes to tourists and things like that. But so it has risen the last, I think, from what my mom said, about a couple months. But I believe in terms of actual numbers, I think they're on the lower side.
Oh, good. And in addition to having to deal with the pandemic, you also in Oregon have had to deal with the recent wildfires, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And yes. I believe it came fairly close enough to your home where it's where you have to sit there and be like, is this bad? This is bad, right? This is bad.
Yeah. Actually, I had kind of chit-chatted on my live on TikTok with my neighbor. My next door neighbor came onto my live on TikTok and he's like, hey, don't worry about us over here. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was quite funny to see him on there. I'm like, Hey, I know you.
Is it bad? Is it like how close did it get to where you are?
For us, I mean, we were safe.
Sure.
But I think the original one, which is I believe was the Archie fire, that is about. I'm really not good with miles,
Mm,
but I think it's like 20 miles from where I'm at.
okay.
Um, but that was getting contained, and then there was another
Right.
one closer to me, about 15 miles away. That's the one that we're kind of like, ugh. But
Right.
yeah, but everything's fine here. I'm not sure what the percentage is on the containment, but yeah, the smoke seems to be gone, so
Good.
that's
So you guys
good
can breathe
in our
now?
area.
You guys can breathe now, which is
Yes,
nice.
yes, yeah. Air quality was not our friend for
Sure.
about a week and a half
Right.
around there.
Now,
Yeah, it was
when
pretty
did you
bad.
move? When did you make the move from Hawaii to Oregon?
And oh man, 90 uh 98.
1998. That was a good
Yeah,
year.
wow.
That was a good year.
Yeah, yeah, 98. Yep, yep. Um, wow, that was a long time ago.
I
That
know.
was a
It
long
seems
time
like,
ago.
you know, it's funny because I think of even when I think of like 2008,
Oh
like
yeah.
it doesn't seem like that
Yep.
long ago, but that was
No,
12 years ago.
I know. I
It's
know. Time
insane.
just yeah. And I notice as you get older, time goes by even quicker.
It does. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Like, because it's funny that you say that because I literally
Hmm.
was just saying to a friend of mine this week that 2020 has been the longest,
Yeah.
fastest
Yeah,
year ever. Time is a
exactly.
construct at this point. I feel like
Absolutely.
2020 has been so slow, but it's gone by so
So
fast
fast. Yes.
that my brain is ready to implode because I'm like, what is
Hmm.
time? Who are you people? Who am I? I don't even know who I am. What's going on? What's TikTok? Is it
Exactly.
staying?
Exactly. I know. That is still up in the air too. I think that TikTok will be fine.
I do too.
I think they'll be fine. It just takes a little time for things to get, settled.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
yeah.
I told people that a long time ago. I'm like, I feel like there's just too much money involved
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
it to just go away.
Right.
Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're trying to guise it as security.
Hmm.
It's about money.
Yeah.
And
And
so I don't think it's going away at all.
no, I don't think so either. And in my opinion, I think that, everybody involved really does want it to stay.
Yes.
They're just trying to, I feel like they're just trying to do things in an order or in a way that is best for all parties.
Yes. Yes.
And that takes time. It
Yeah.
takes time.
Yeah. It's going to stay. It's going to be fine.
It's gonna be
That's what I
fine.
tell
It'll be
myself.
fine.
That's what I tell myself every time that there's a news article that comes by that's like, because it's been a roller
Exactly.
coaster. It's like,
Oh
this is
yeah.
gonna stay, and then all of a sudden it's like, is it though?
Oh no, it's not. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I get it.
So you are the CEO of positivity. What made you want to pursue this life of positivity and good energy?
Well, it's funny. I had just been on TikTok since April. April. I actually I actually changed my bio within the last couple of months
Hmm.
on Instagram. Uh, Really because of all the changes in terms of my Instagram and the focus on my Instagram
Sure.
page, because of TikTok. I've had Instagram since the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been promoting positivity and mindfulness for about 4 years
Sure.
on Instagram. I've had several different courses that I promoted for myself as well as for my instructors, who has taught me in the past 3 years. And so with TikTok, it's been an interesting ride, let's
Hmm.
just say,
Hmm.
and actually a good one, because I, I struggled here and there on, especially about four years ago on trying to get myself seen and out there on Instagram. And we all know, you know,
it's
how
hard.
Instagram works.
Yes, it is
Yes.
hard, especially if you are not a model
Exactly.
or you have a
Yes.
great, wonderful photographer at your expense at all times, at all points of the day.
Exactly. And everybody, especially 4 years ago, everybody was a digital nomad. Everybody was an influencer. And then you have little old me, which is, there's a lot of us out there who are like going like, okay, you know, what about me?
Right.
And so when I went on to TikTok and then started realizing, you know, the positivity, you know, side of it, I was like, wow, this is quite eye-opening, because I did not imagine having a social media platform that is really quite positive.
Yeah, I'm actually going to share, as you're talking, I'm going to share my screen so people can see your this is Mel, this is Melanie's Instagram here. So make sure you go follow her right here, Mel_Leavey_111 on Instagram. And I love this. This is the kind of stuff that she posts here. And oh, that looks delicious. What is that? Oh man, you see this right here? Oh man, it's hungry.
Actually Hawaiian breakfast. It's a Hawaiian breakfast.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's all we have time for today, friends. I'm gonna go get some food. I want a Hawaiian breakfast. So this is the kind of stuff that she posts, you know, every day. So like what? So it looks like one of the things that I love about you, and there's other people that do this too, but it's all it's like your daily like dose of just positivity. You know, like every day it's just something, you know, interesting and fun. And is this your family right here?
Yes.
Oh, I love
Those are my kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on. What is this? Now there's a delicious cheeseburger. What are you doing? What are you doing to me?
You know, I'm half positivity, half foodie. So that's what you'll see.
Yeah, so like I love this because it's your daily, all this food is bothering me. This is your daily dose of just positive energy, and you get to, you know, witness all of this on a daily basis, and now you do this every single day. Is it hard to come up with some of the ideas that you have?
Well, not as much now. I've been doing it for 4 years, so now I'm used to it.
Sure.
Any of the quotes that I have on there, I usually, get from Instagram, sometimes on Pinterest. I always try to credit the original poster on those. So at the end, you'll see, it's just out of courtesy. And I know that some of them where I gave credit is really not the original person, but you know, at this point with Instagram being so huge, I don't think you would ever find the original poster anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I try to give credit to people that I follow, that where I've gotten it from, and you'll see the credit usually at the end of the hashtags.
Right.
But usually I'll post ones that really you know, obviously gravitates to myself. I know that there's been a lot of people on Instagram over the years that I've seen anyway that really promote things that they want other people to see, or things that they think other people would, you know, help them, so to speak.
Sure.
But for me, what I like to do is I like to actually post things that relate to me, or what things that resonate for me.
And struggles that you're going through. And
exactly. Because at the end of the day, you know, anything that for me resonates with myself, and I post that and I put out my energy onto those posts or those photos, whatever it is, it goes out to the right people.
Right.
So it goes out to the ones that really need it, you know. So so I always, you know, try to promote things to people and say, hey, you know, how about you post things that you enjoy? How about
Right.
posting things that really resonate with you, whether it's something that makes you happy, whether it makes you maybe something that triggers you,
Right.
you know, because don't worry about, you know, if anyone's going to like it or resonate with it. You know, anything that resonates with you is going to resonate with someone else who needs it.
Absolutely.
So who needs it, who is on the same wavelength as you. So yeah, and that took some years to kind of get into the groove of that.
Sure. And on top of all that, you get to, as a mindfulness coach, you get to talk with people a lot. And I'm sure you hear feedback a lot from people that follow you and all of that. What is it like hearing their stories and the things that they go through on a daily basis?
Well, after a couple of years of doing this and getting messages and through DMs and other things, we're all the same.
Yeah, we definitely are.
You know, it's interesting because, you know, I know that a lot of people think what I'm going through, I'm sure other people have. I've come across people who go, you know, say, hey, you know what? I think I'm the only one that really is going through this. No. Yeah. And when I let them know that, you know, it can be quite comforting. Right. You know, because a lot of people think that they're alone when really we're all not really alone. Right. You know, and I try to make sure that say, hey, you know, you're not alone. I felt like that. I've known other people feel like that. This is how I, you know, got through those kind of moments, those kind of struggles. Yeah. So I think that's the main thing it's, you know, anything that anyone has ever brought up for me, I've heard it from someone else, or I've dealt with it myself. Sure. Whereas, whereas some people think they're the only ones, you know, who have dealt with certain things. Right. So, so that's actually for me quite comforting to know. Right. And I let people know that too. You know, and it makes them feel a little better. Makes them feel like, okay, well, I'm not alone in this. Right. You know. Right.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't think, like, I've never considered myself like on a plateau above anybody else in regards to my mindset. Exactly. You know, because I think a lot of time, and this is the thing that bothers me the most about some influencers that I see on here, is that they view themselves as like a step above everybody else sometimes. And like I don't ever want, I try to be super conscious of that, because I don't ever want to come off that way, that I'm a step above, because like to your point, everything that I put out there, I like, it's honestly, it's me talking to me.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
You know, like these are things that I need to hear, and it's a little selfish in a way, but like it's things that I need to hear, and hopefully when people see me talking to myself about the things that I struggle with, they will, to your point, understand that they are not alone in any of this, which is why I don't ever feel that I'm a step above anybody else. I just have a different platform. I just have a different way of just going about, you know, talking about all of these things. No, one thing that I like to talk to other influencers about, because this is something that I struggle with and I'm still working on, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on it. As a positivity influencer, do you feel like you always have to be on? like that
that
is
a question,
because the easy answer is no, of course not. Like, no. I'm just me, I'm just who I am. But like, we'd be lying if there's ever a time that like we think about posting something and we don't say to ourselves, oh, but does this spread negative energy? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
And you're like, well, I can't post that, even though even though I'm feeling crappy right now and I want to post this. I'm like, I can't post that. I can't post that.
I've done that too.
Right.
You know, for myself, you know, we all go through, no matter how positive someone is, or, you know, promotes that, you know, we all go through ups and downs of emotions. We have good days, we have bad days. It's just human nature, you know, and we go, we all go through that.
We are humans with feelings and emotions.
Exactly. So sometimes what I'll do is if I'm not feeling really good, you know, for a day or so, for whatever reason, I'm having a bad day or whatever, something happens, I just won't post because I don't want that energy going out there.
Yeah.
However, there are times where I'm like, you know what, this is how I'm feeling right now, and yeah, I'm going to post this. It might not, I want people to know that, I struggle too. So it's really, for me, it's really a case by case basis. It just depends on how I feel that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And luckily for me, I generally feel pretty good, a lot of the time. So, but yeah, it just, I just take things case by case. Sometimes I just feel like, no, this is not a good time to post anything.
Right.
Because it's just, at the end of the day, and I tell this to everybody, no matter if it's a photo, a video, or even a quote, anything that anything that you have in your captions, how you're feeling inside and your emotions that you're feeling is going to project out of what you post.
Yes.
Even if it's not a photo, even if it's just a quote, even if it's a positivity quote, people are going to feel that you're being, I don't want to say fake, but you're trying to fake it for someone.
Yes.
For social media.
Yeah.
So that's
and that brings
why,
in the question of genuine feelings that you're putting out there that you can't be fake, because people will see right through that.
Exactly. And I don't want people to feel that, it's because I don't want that negative, or I don't want to say necessarily negative, but when you're feeling off and you try to post something, that is basically the opposite of how you're feeling, it won't go the way that you want it to go, and so like I say, sometimes I'll be like, nope, I'm not doing anything today. I just don't want that energy getting put out to other people. It's not fair for other people too. It's not fair for me or other people. Then there are times where I get this gut feeling where I said, no, you know what? I'm going to post this because I feel there's something that in me that's telling me that other people need to see this and hear it. And, so yeah, I just take it day by day. And that goes on Instagram too. I mean, TikTok too.
Yeah. What do you do when you are feeling down and you're like, today is a day. What do you do to process that and then eventually bring yourself out of that?
What I always like to tell everybody is, and I tell this to myself all the time, is everything is temporary. So any kind of feeling, whether it's good or bad, is all temporary. If you think about it, anything that went on last week, are you thinking about it now? Probably not. A year ago, probably not. We had a bad day 6 months ago. Do you even remember what that was about? Probably not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So because everything is supposed to keep evolving, keep, changes happen all the time. Your emotions changes all the time. So what's comforting for me is when I have a bad day, I know that it's not going to last.
Yes.
I can wake up in the morning the next day and have a completely perfect, awesome day. So I just basically kind of flow through it, be like, well, okay, well, this is what it is. Sometimes I try to change it, does not work.
Right.
So, and the harder you try to change your emotions, the harder you try to be happy when you're not happy, things like that. It just goes against what you're really feeling. So what I like to do is I just like to actually feel it. And that's, I know a lot of people have a hard time with that. They're scared of feeling what they're feeling. And that's normal.
Right. That is quite normal. Yeah.
That's very normal. And so I try to, and it's not easy for me either, but I feel it out.
Right.
I feel, if I'm feeling sad, I will continue, I have to feel that sadness or that anger or whatever it is in order for me to release it.
Yes.
So if you keep fighting it, it's just going to get stronger and stronger.
Right.
All that resistance, it's not going to help it go away. So if I'm feeling sad, I'm going to feel sad, and I'm just going to let it happen and let it go through me, however long it is, whether it's a day, whether it's a week. You know, like how we were talking earlier about it being fall.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people have, you know, seasonal depression kind of thing.
Hello, that'd be me.
Same thing. Yep.
That's me.
Too.
Yay.
That's me. You know, actually, it's funny. I just felt this. I just felt this the other day. You know, it was raining the other day, and I felt this emotion come over me of how I normally feel around this time. And I thought to myself, oh, here we go again, you know, and I just told myself, well, I'm just going to feel like this right now because this is how I'm feeling. The memories of, you know, not being, you know, so happy when the fall, you know, when the fall season comes in. I just felt it. I just let it kind of go through me. Then I was fine the next day. Even though it was still raining, I felt different, you know, than I did. You know, there's just some things that triggers you and for even out of the blue.
Right.
Like that day when it started raining, I just got this feeling of almost like a depression.
Sure. Yeah.
And I just let it flow through me. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm sad today. And then
you acknowledged it.
Sad.
You acknowledged your feelings. You accepted it, and you're like, okay, where am I going to go from here? You know, what am I going to do with this information? So what can obviously not everybody, even though there's a ton of influencers out there like me and you spreading positivity, which is a great thing. Like, listen, like as I don't even view it as competition. I'm like, hey, listen, that's the whole point, right?
Exactly.
We want to spread positivity, right? But not everybody's an influencer, but they still may want to spread positivity and good energy. What is something that normal people that are unlike us what's some things that people can do to just spread good energy to other people, like their coworkers or their friends, their family?
Well, this is what I normally I've said this actually to friends as well. Really, it has to start with you inside. If you are not in a good place with yourself, if you're struggling, if you're things like that, you're not going to really be able to get into that mindset of spreading positivity. So what I say is, you know, work on yourself. You know, work on yourself. Work on your own thoughts. Be really mindful of your thoughts. Be very present in the moment. You know, if you know, I've seen a lot of people who try to spread positivity as a way to cover their own struggles.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And I just had this conversation actually with a friend, a TikTok friend, who actually DM'd me and said, hey, I noticed that you spread a lot of positivity. For me personally, I do as well, because I have seen, you know, some of his posts, and he's spreading it all the time. It's like, but I'm using it to cover my depression, to cover my anxiety.
Yeah.
Because, and so he wanted my thoughts on that. And so we had kind of talked back and forth. And so that's why I said, you know, there's that, you know, a lot of people use spreading positivity to cover their own emotional, you know, things that they're going through, their depression, their anxiety, because it makes them feel good to be, you know, spreading positivity for others. It helps mask what they really should be working on.
Right. That's fascinating. Oh, wow. Interesting. Especially that person like acknowledges that like understands that that's what they're doing and oh, that's interesting.
Well, the ones that actually do that, and you know, there's a lot of people who do that, and it's completely understandable. You want to feel good. You don't want to feel, you know, sad or depressed or have all this anxiety. So when you do that and you spread positivity and you get a gratification from that, from other people, that makes you feel better, but it's still masking what you really need to work on inside.
Yes.
So, so that's, you know, if you truly want to do that, work on yourself. You know, work on things that, and you know what? I still to this day work on myself. We're going to constantly work on ourselves, no matter if you're, 20 or 60. We're always going to be working on ourselves. We're always going to go through changes, physical, emotional, mental changes as we grow older. It's just part of life, and we're supposed to.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I would say. It's just,
love that.
yeah, just work on yourself. Don't feel like you have to be perfect.
Why not?
Like,
perfection is what America strives for. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I want to play a little game with you. I want to put you on the spot. I hope you're ready. All right. So it's a game that I like to call "What Comes to Mind." All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word.
Okay.
And all you have to do is just say what comes to mind. It could be a sentence. It could be a person. It could be a movie. It could be a sentence, a word, whatever it may be. I'm just going to say a word, and you're just going to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right. You ready to do this?
Sure.
All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. First word. Peace.
Love.
Nice. Power.
Tiger.
Nice. Mindful.
Ness.
Strong.
Power.
Motivated.
Me.
Begin.
End.
Love.
Myself.
Secure.
Family.
Adventure.
Oh, travel.
And last one. Dinosaur.
Extinct.
Dinosaur. They're gone. They're not here anymore. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. I love that one. That was good. Those were some good answers. You passed the test. You get an A+. There you go. So I guess just to kind of to wrap this up, for anybody that's feeling down about 2020, what would you tell them right now if they're listening?
I'll tell them that, like how I say about everything, it won't last. Things will get better. I know it's been hard for everybody. So many things, loss of life, loss of jobs, all kinds of things. Fires.
Yeah. We got I'm just waiting for the aliens to show up at this point.
Well, I was waiting. I thought zombies were gonna come up in here by June.
I know it's only September, so there's still October through December. So who's to say?
I don't know. Halloween's coming up.
That's true.
So,
that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, I say things will get better. Things do not last, good or bad. As I have said before, that's why, especially when you're feeling good, make sure you treasure that. Make sure you are very grateful for that, because that doesn't last either. So be very grateful for the good moments, and then just know that your bad moments won't last. So and that's what I'll say about 2020, because honestly, it will not last. You'll feel good again. Things will come around. Things will get a little bit more secure. Like not even a little, more like a lot.
Yes.
If you look at everything that has happened throughout the past 100 years. We've changed, we've evolved, we're still here. We're not living on Mars.
Yes.
Yet.
We're not like the dinosaurs. Extinct.
Exactly. Exactly. So, if you even look at history and look at the Spanish flu, that's even, I believe in terms of numbers, that's even worse than COVID.
Yes.
And look at, how, us as human beings have evolved since then, and I think that was in the 20s. I think the 20s, I believe, is when that happened.
Sure. Now I'm going to say yes, and now I'm going to get like 15 emails being like, well, actually.
I believe it was in the 20s. Exactly. Yeah. Things will get better. Things will get better. Just kind of go through the ebbs and flows of 2020 now, and look forward to things getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Hmm.
agree. I'm so happy that we got to like sit and chat and do
Me
this because I've
too.
been wanting to talk with you for like the longest time. And now it finally happened. And I'm so
Yes.
happy. If people want more Melynnie, where can they
Mhm.
go?
Okay, so you can go to my Instagram, which you had put on there.
Hmm.
It's Mel underscore Leavey underscore 111.
Hmm.
And I am also on TikTok of Melynnie, Melynnie underscore 111.
And I'm gonna put it down underneath of us as well. And then it's gonna be in
Yeah,
the
on TikTok. Yeah,
yes, yes. I'm also gonna put it in the show notes. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep,
Awesome.
those are my main platforms.
Awesome. I'm so
So
this
yeah,
this this warms my heart.
yay!
This
Me
warms my
too.
heart on
Me
this
too.
it's the weather right now. It's about I would say 70 degrees right now. So it's not bad. But it's still fall is coming, which means
Oh
winter's
yeah.
coming, which means
Yep.
cold is coming, which means Kyrus will be uh wrapped up in a taco blanket.
Hibernating.
Yes, hibernating until May of next year.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Oh,
so
I get it.
I'm so happy that we got to sit and
Me
chat and all
too.
of that. Friends, go follow Melynnie. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. You are going to get your daily dose of good vibes and positive energy. And if you're not already, you can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Vibe with Kai. And you can follow me on TikTok and on Snapchat at Kyrus Keenan. And you can also visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, where I'm always posting blogs, videos, and reviews and things that'll help you do good, feel good, be good, and live a good life full of good vibes. My guest today, Melynnie Leavey, thank you so much for sitting with me.
Thank you so
Oh my
much. You're
God, I'm so
welcome.
happy. Everybody else, I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, God bless and good vibes.